Welcome back to another episode of Our Current Reality. I normally do not do videos like this at all, but I'll make an exception because I saw some things in this woman's video right here. Her name is Megan Thee Stallion or something like that. She does some very weird things in her videos, but for those who are born again, we know exactly what is happening. So I'm going to speak about some things that I'm seeing in this video, and then we'll just learn along the way. Deal? Now, before I go into stuff like this, I always got to do the background search. You got to figure out what you're watching, why you're watching it, and what are we looking for? Because I never spend the time in just entertainment. We got to spend every waking moment studying, watching, seeing, and understanding. You don't want to be like most of these people out here that don't know nothing about nothing. You got to know what you're looking at and what you're looking for. Because this is how the enemy works. He introduces things that you know nothing about. And so we tend to beat him to the punch before he beats us over the head. Now, before I do videos like this, I always want to examine the content. I want to know, why is this happening? What is behind the scenes? The powerful symbolism. And what are they trying to say? Because they don't just make content like this to just make it. They're making a statement. They are introducing something to you. So the video taps into deep, cinched, relating realities to sexuality, dark spirituality, while creating a sense of discomfort in the viewers by exploiting their natural aversion. Now, if you don't know what Hansel and Gretel is, it's a classic depiction of Hansel and Gretel being lowered into the witch's gingerbread house. This is all about Satan capturing people and devouring them. And he has it out in the open and he is showing you his plan. He is mocking you. And like I said before, most of these videos that are coming out, they're all geared towards children. They're always geared towards children. The story is as goes. A famine settles over the land. The woodcutter's second wife convinces him to abandon the children in the woods to avoid starvation. And you know how Satan loves it when you abandon your children. You know, just let them run around the streets, out there in the world, not a care in the world to what they're doing or what they're thinking. After realizing that their evil stepmother really hates them, Hansel and Gretel wander around the woods to ultimately discover a large cottage made of gingerbread, cookies, cakes, and candy. And that's the point of this video, is to lure people in. And you know, as the hungry children, in this case, it's the hungry eyes, it's the lust, it's the nakedness. As the hungry children eat the rooftop of the house, an old woman emerges, lures them inside with promises of soft beds and delicious foods. They enter without realizing that their hostess is actually a cannibalistic witch who built the house to attract children in order to eat them. And so in this case, when it comes to this music video, the sweetest pie, they say, right? This Megan girl and the other girl, they played a role of the witches. And of course, what else do you expect from entertainers who are pawns of a cult elite? Now, in this video, it's literally a foretelling, a retelling. This video is a retelling of the Hansel and Gretel, but with a toxic twist. Because in this case, the witches win. It's not a gingerbread house. It's a vagina house. And it was built to lure in thirsty men. However, there's a catch. The entrance has teeth, which are actually made of human legs. This image is a reference to the ancient, which means embedded with the collective unconsciousness, known as the vagina dilemma. I want you guys to notice the tables. They are actually women in these outfits with plastic wrapped around their heads. Now, I'm gonna advise people, do not do this. Don't do this. It is a great way to suffocate yourself to death. But you see, the tables put on full display the hypocrisy of the feminist message in this video. These two women are dehumanized, subject to torture, and turned into human furniture. This conveys the fact that the two witches do not care about the equality or even the dignity of women. Like I said before, the mockery is just constant because you see the women are portraying themselves like lollipops with the plastic over their head, and you see one person looking, another person looking down. Now, if we fast forward, you'll see that the men, while dehumanized as they are as well, they're tricked. Their stomachs are full. They look up and they're like, oh man, what is this? And once again, mass media is celebrating cannibalism. Right in your face. Two guys in a pot. You think that's a sauna? The elite keeps exposing young people to this concept because they want to normalize it. They did it with LGBTQP. They did it with abortion. And more importantly, they want you to stop believing that it's evil. They want you to think, oh, it doesn't go against our very nature. It's normal. It's okay. Oh, silly Christians. Tricks are for kids. And you see, you don't have to look much further. The men seem upset. Then they go and tie him up. So they're portraying a look that men are oppressing women. This is all a woman empowerment movement here. This video has nothing to do with the song. It has everything to do with imagery and symbolism. And the question would be, why are men and women living in separate worlds? Believe it or not, men and women live in the same world. Well, the scene speaking for itself. And then look what Megan does. Her hands come out her eyes. And now we got middle fingers that are coming out the face. This is unsettling. This is hatred right here. This is teaching women to hate men and to go against the order that God has set up. Ungodly witches get burned to ashes. Not in this story. And here's the snake tongue. Look at this. Here's the snake tongue right here. Can't miss this. Very demonic. And then she's sitting on top of everything, sitting on top of the ashes. They're happy. And look at this. Can't even make this up. But we have to show you what's going on. So here we are at the scene of the snake. And so after luring men, tormenting them, and attempting to eat them, the witches burned down their entire world. In other words, there's nothing sweet about this pie. It's a very evil pie. And to make sure you understand that point, the video ends with a weird but highly symbolic scene that we're all too familiar with. And so moving on through this part of the scene, you see the snake, you see the bed, the snake, and she's just floating. And look at these nails. Just take a look at this, because once again, there's a lot to unpack here. First, Megan and the snake are at the center of the maze, which implies that the scene has a ritualistic dimension going on. Second, Megan is levitating. And throughout history, levitation has always been associated with occult rituals and demonic possession. And Megan is under the spell of a giant snake. Now, in the book of Genesis, the devil takes the shape of a snake and convinces Eve to take a bite from the apple. And here, Megan doesn't appear to be mad at the snake. In fact, she appears to be having a good time, a very good time. So as always, I had to go look at the comments, because Well, you got to see what type of damage has been done and see what we're up against. And I see here, this person says, I love the song. Not so much the video itself. I think it's too much and slightly evil. But overall, I love you, Megan. With 84 thumbs up. That's 84 plus 1 that have no discernment. This is 85 people that cannot tell their right hand from their left hand because to them, it's slightly evil. But overall, we're going to continue to embrace the Baphomet. This person here says, as catchy as this song may be, y'all can't deny the fact that the music video is demonic as hell. While at least someone here has some sort of discernment, we're going to pray for that one. Now, I honestly feel like a demon bit a monkey wrench up in this joint because this one on top says, thank you for allowing my son to be a lead in your video. Love the video. The one at the bottom agreed and said, literally so good, I covered it on my channel. But yet, no one sees what's happening. These are candidates right here for the mark of the beast. People want to be in hell so bad. This whole video was demonic. I pray that they let Jesus into their heart before it's too late. Well, this is the greatest comment I've seen yet. The whole conclusion to this matter is that this video is part of a brainwashing program that has been identified. The goal is to create a new form of feminism based on a toxic combo of hatred and witchcraft. You see, the goal is not equality. It is submission to the elite and Satan himself. Furthermore, the video trains young people in believing that partaking in the elite's sick obsessions, such as cannibalism, is pretty darn cool. I mean, even the other girl in the video was doing it. However, this program is fueled by great hypocrisy. As we've seen in decades in time past, you see the human table scene. Some women in the video are treated as subhuman slaves. These people do not care about the average woman. They are the same people who are currently attempting to erase the word woman from our vocabulary to replace it with the dehumanizing terms as bodies with vaginas. Their version of empowerment is to trap and lead to the complete opposite, enslavement. In other words, following their doctrine won't turn you into a powerful witch. It will turn you into a human table suffocating in plastic.
Pheasant out, Pluto. Pheasant out, Pluto.